Hey kids, it's Papa from Paranormal Papa Investigations. Well, it took me 90 hours, 90 hours, but we finally have a video of the investigation of the Cassopolis Beer Company. It seems that when you're editing a video and you run it through an editor, when you encrypt that video, it actually shrinks the file size down. So what I had to wind up doing is breaking the video up into 3 pieces and edit each individual piece. I had to cut out a few things. They were decent. They weren't super good. But there's plenty of good left in this video. So I'm proud to announce that the video is ready, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I did. We are back at the Cassopolis Beer Company. Is anybody here? Any of the old firemen? I'm here. Then we come back over here. And we come back over here. Yes, I have lots of questions. I've had a long history with the paranormal. My name is Drew Ellsworth. In my years doing the paranormal, we've investigated historic battlefields, museums, ancient cemeteries. Since dying twice in 2016, I have felt my connection to paranormal becoming even stronger. And since I began losing the sight in one eye, I have noticed the sight in the third eye becoming stronger. If you are bothered by the paranormal, if you have spirits in your home, we are the ones to call. There are things that can bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back. Hey guys and gals, it is Papa from Paranormal Papa Investigations, and we are back at the Cassopolis Beer Company. It's been a month, but we're fully charged. We're going to check this place out. First thing I'm going to do though is we are going to turn on paranormal pump. Let's see what we're getting on this. get to work. All right, we're going to do things a little different. We're here in the main dining room. We're going to start this off. I'm going to start off with the SP7, the spirit box. We're going to see if anything wants to communicate through the box. Here shortly, we're going to go back into the brew room where we had all the issues the last time. We're going to see how they like a little juice. Is anybody here? Any of the old firemen? I'm here. Who are you? Can you give me your name? You guys will hear some popping in the background. Intermittent, week before 4th of July, week before 4th of July, week before 4th of July. Yeah, fireworks. You'll hear fireworks. So, what do you mean, shh? Too much noise? Or people? Yeah, cops are across the street. They know I work here. It is my belief that they have become accustomed to the busy nights at the brewery and are concerned with activity there after normal business hours. Don't know? No? Okay. Watch it. What am I watching? No, I don't see. Help you out. How can I help you? I didn't understand. You guys should all be familiar with me. I've been here over a year, almost a year. You guys should all be familiar with me by now. You say I am? That's right? Okay. Are you guys more active back in the brew room and in the basement? Over in Bay 1? I don't understand what you're saying. You're talking too low. Uh-huh. I understood that. You guys seem to be much more talkative over in Bay 1. I'm going to go over there, okay? All right, we're going to head on over into Bay 1. If you guys will remember in the last video, that's where that doorway is where the EMF detector was picking up a very strong magnetic field and nothing around that area. So I showed that it was not the ice machine to the left of the door, it was not the drink cooler to the right of the door, but the door itself was showing a higher, showing a higher, showing a higher. We're showing a higher than normal EM field, so let's check that out real quick, see if it's the same tonight. If you're bothered by the paranormal, if you hear, see things you can't explain in your home, if you find items moved or in different locations than what you know you left them, get a hold of us at Paranormal Papa Investigations. We have dedicated our lives to finding out the truth, and whether or not life truly ends with a slow ride in a long black car. There are things that go bump in the night, and we're the ones who bump back. If we can help you, we will, be it your home, your business, or just your property. Contact us right here at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com and start your email with #help. We'll do what we can to make you and your family feel safe and to give rest to those who deserve it. All right, we're back here at the door, as you can see. Then we come back over here. And we come back over here. But for some reason, this door into Bay 1 let's head over there, see what's going on. Hello. You guys all know me. I am here 6 days a week. This is the first time I've really tried to speak to you all. I was just curious if you had anything to say. I know it's going to be really kind of hard to talk over the sound of the cooling units and the walking units and everything. But what do you think about the changes that Ted and Courtney made? What they've done with the old firehouse, instead of letting it fall into disrepair, they actually done something with the community enjoys. actually could hear whispers, but they were unintelligible due to the process of the beer production, the cooling fans, etc. Let's move on to the other box real quick. I'll have to check that in editing. I swear I heard something, but it's hard to tell with all the noise in here. So we will definitely see. I cannot explain what's happening here. We just used the SB7 out in the dining room in Bay 2, and I'm talking into it here in Bay 1, and I'm getting nothing back. There is no signal whatsoever coming through, and there's a tower directly across the street. We should be getting some kind of signal, if nothing but static. As I'm explaining this in just a moment, watch the strange light anomaly fly to the box, then past the camera. This is no bug. Very strange. We're picking up nothing on the AM or FM band. This device, the SB7 Spirit Box, scans 150 channels per minute. The SB7 Spirit Box scans 150 channels per minute. I'm getting nothing. Here in just a moment, you'll see another orb appear in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. If you look closely, you can see this is a perfect white ball with blue inside it. This is definitely not an insect. I have no clue what this is. So weird. Hey y'all, right as I started to shut down, I started picking up something back over here. An actual knock. I mean a solid. But when I look, there's no one outside anywhere. So I'm going to pull out the EMF detector again. We're going to see what we grab back here. Now here in just a moment, when I come back on screen with the EMF detector, you will see what looks like an orb fly directly behind me from the corner right here where the knocking came from. In slow frame and in still picture, you will see why this is definitely a bug. Here, so I don't know. Pick up in here. With all the electronic devices working in here though, it's going to be really hard to stay when you can see this out on camera. If you're here with me, Nothing. Nothing. Well, a couple of little blankets. You want to talk about weird? I'm getting no electromagnetic energy off any of these systems he used to make his beer, nor off the power lines that run. But I am picking up energy right here at the bay where the old fire truck used to park. See right over here to my right, the old door, the other door, is right here. How's that? Crazy. Breathing is here. None by the equipment. None by the power line. How's that for strange? If you're bothered by the paranormal, if you hear, see things you can't explain in your home, if you find items moved or in different locations than what you know you left them, get a hold of us at Paranormal Papa Investigations. We have dedicated our lives to finding out the truth, whether or not life truly ends with a slow ride in a long black car. There are things that go bump in the night, and we're the ones who bump back. If we can help you, we will, be it your home, your business, or just your property. Contact us right here at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com and start your email with #help. We'll do what we can to make you and your family feel safe and to give rest to those who deserve it. Before going going to the basement, I decided to go out and take some thermal shots in the dining room. There's looking at the front door, back by the kitchen door, towards the front door. This is the bar. Now, all of these shots came out pretty normal, except for this very last one. And I will do a side-by-side of the front window and front door again, and you will see what looks like 3 distinct figures standing in the window. And with the side-by-side, you can see they're not there in the first photos. All right, y'all, we're down here in the basement. The basement has changed very little in the last 100 years. It is still the old brick and stone basement. If you'll look all the way down, let me get out of the way real quick. You can see the old stone archway going up and then coming down the other side. That is where the old horse-drawn fire carriage was backed in. The horses were unbridled and taken out back to their stable house. So I'm going to go ahead and kick on the REM pod. I'm going to put it right there on that pedestal. We're going to kick on the SB7. Is anybody here with me? Down here in the old basement? Yeah. Thank you for answering. Yes, I have lots of questions. First off, what's your name? Do you remember your name? Are you still here? I couldn't understand you. What was that? Never mind. All right, I'm going to go onto the voice recorder, and that way it'll be a little easier for you guys to talk. Okay? Well, that was unusual. Could have been a firework, but it sounded like it was right over here in this corner. This has all been closed up now. So I don't see how it could be anything besides Anyway, my name is Drew. You guys all know me. I have been here 6 days a week for almost a year. I was just wondering if, what the hell? I'm way outside the proximity range of this thing. Who's here with me? Who's here with me? Someone is definitely trying to communicate through the REM pod. Who is it? That was weird. I was way outside of the range of that REM pod.
Well, that was unusual. Could have been a firework, but it sounded like it was right over here in this corner. This has all been closed up now. So I don't see how it could be anything besides anyway. My name is Drew. You guys all know me. I have been here 6 days a week for almost a year. I was just wondering if what the hell? I'm way outside the proximity range of this thing. Who's here with me? Who's here with me? Someone is definitely trying to communicate through the REM pod. Who is it?
Okay, I definitely heard something there. I don't know what, but definitely something. So, editing, we're going to fine-tooth comb this. That was weird. Let's try this again. Hello. Are any of the old firefighters, any of the old volunteers, any of the, see guys, I just walked in the same distance of this thing that I was before, and it did not go off. I have to get clear up here. And if you guys can see me, I am literally 6 inches from it. I'm sorry. I was wondering if any of the old firefighters were here with me. I'm approaching the old archway. Right here where these support poles are is where you used to pull your horse-drawn fire wagon in. I'm sure these stones and bricks have seen and heard many stories. I know this right here, this area in front of me, is where you would bring injured firefighters if they got injured in a fire or something, waiting for the doctor to come in his buckboard to tend to them. Do you all have anything to say? Any stories to tell? That knock, guys, is over in this corner. One over here, one over here on both sides of the archway. I'm sorry, please continue.
board to tend to them, do you all have anything to say? Any stories to tell? That knock, guys, is over in this corner. One over here on both sides of the archway. I'm sorry, please continue.
All right, there was definitely a whisper at the end of that. These knocks, shuffles, and stuff down here really have my alert up. Normally, when I'm here by myself at night, I work right next to the large oven, and there's a stainless steel shield between my table and the oven. And I'll be sitting there at my table working, and understand I'm at an angle like this from the shield. The shield runs directly this way, but I'm standing back from the shield. So it should be showing nothing reflecting this way. I'll get light reflection and movement. I'll see movement in the dining area out of my peripheral vision. I've even walked up the back outside this area where the old door was to the ramp leading down here and heard, "Hey," come from the upstairs windows. Some of the other cooks and stuff have heard dogs howl, not like a wolf, but a woo 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 woo. These firemen did have multiple fire dogs, and a couple of them actually passed in this building. Let's see what else we got to play with, shall we? If you're bothered by the paranormal, if you hear, see things you can't explain in your home, if you find items moved or in different locations than what you know you left them, get a hold of us at Paranormal Papa Investigations. We have dedicated our lives to finding out the truth, whether or not life truly ends with a slow ride in a long black car. There are things that go bump in the night, and we're the ones who bump back. If we can help you, we will, be it your home, your business, or just your property. Contact us right here at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com and start your email with #help. We'll do what we can to make you and your family feel safe and to give rest to those who deserve it. I see the energy building on this meter. Let me walk down here by the archway again. Somebody was trying to talk to me. What were you trying to say? I'm right here in the archway. Is anybody going to talk to me? You guys all know me. Management. No, not management. The owners are at home for the night, the business is closed. I'm getting ready to go to work as soon as I get done conversing with you all. I'm kind of my own manager. As long as I do everything right, they give me pretty much free rein. Anybody have anything else to say? Is management all I'm going to get? You're keeping everything low range. Is anybody here with me? There's nothing there but a support pipe. You guys know I've got this little black box sitting right up here to my right. If you get near it, it will go off. It'll make different colored lights will go off and it'll beep really loud so I can hear it. It lets me know you're there. Thus far, I have picked up nothing malicious or even angry at the old firehouse. EM readings are spectacular, but it seems that energy levels are so low they only will communicate with taps when I request that they let me know they're near. Kind of makes me sad. If somebody can please let me know that you're nearby. I mean, I'm getting beautiful reaction on my equipment. I've got this little silver box in my hand as well. You guys are more than welcome to speak into this little box. It'll record your voice. I know someone's right here nearby me. I'm getting great reaction on this field detector. Does somebody want to say something? It was almost like a footstep or a couple footsteps. This is a part concrete, part gravel floor. Whoever's footsteps that was that I just picked up, are you the one that my meter's picking up? Let's see what we got.
I've got this little silver box in my hand as well. You guys are more than welcome to speak into this little box. It'll record your voice. I know someone's right here nearby me. I'm getting great reaction on this field detector. Does somebody want to say something?
That's so strange. There's no one down here with me.
Let's see what we got.
However, if you want to talk about freaky, when I'm standing here looking in this direction towards the staircase, I'm seeing a face back here lighting up. But when I turn to look at it, it's not there anymore. Could this be a trick of the glaucoma? Or someone really watching that don't want to be seen watching? Right in this area, like right here, all the way back to the right of the archway. But when I turn my head, it's total darkness. There's nothing evil here. These were good men. These were men that put their lives on the line every day. Some of them were volunteers. Some of them lived in this building. I can't go upstairs, sadly enough. That's where the offices are at and stuff. And frankly, it's 100 degrees in this basement. I can't imagine what it would be on the 3rd floor. But as I was saying, these were good men. They were jokesters. They were pranksters, just like I encounter 6 days a week here. Little peripheral glances, a noise, a hey, when you walk up. I don't know how many men, there is no records in the town of how many of these firefighters lost their lives while on duty fighting the fires. There's been 2 major fires in this town, and one of them was actually connected to the south side of this building, the old hotel. And then a couple decades later, there was another fire just down the block, about a block away from here. There's no record of how many men lost their lives in almost 100 years of this building being in operation. But as always, our hopes and prayers go out to these men that are still here looking over the old firehouse. Same as they go out to all of our civil servants. Fire, EMTs, police. Y'all got a hell of a job to do. And God permit, y'all do a hell of a job of doing it. Keep up the good work, guys. There's that face again, and now it's gone. I wish I knew what that was. Cool. But all right, we're gonna conclude this. I'm gonna pack everything up. I'm gonna get to work. I got about 5 or 6 hours worth of to deal with. So, you guys take care. Hope you enjoyed. I just seen somebody walk behind the camera. I caught a dark shadow right over here. God, I wish I had multiple cameras. The hell was that? The hell was that? The hell was that? Gonna be another active night. Oh God, I'm tired. Just got home from the investigation. Sun's real close to coming up. that investigation was very emotional for me. Not only do I love the business, I love my job, I love the history, the location, the owners. Um, I feel bad. I feel very emotional about the men who lost their lives at that location, due to old age, due to the trauma of fighting a fire, injuries that could not be repaired. I felt bad because they were starving for energy. And as many of you know, I built my own paranormal pump. It's a low-level pump. It's not anything spectacular, but it still supplies energy. So I left it behind. Um, that way they have a source of energy. Of course, being there 6 days a week, I'll have to check it every couple of days to make sure that the batteries are still charged up. That way it continues to supply them with the needed energy to communicate. It's an amazing place. It's an amazing place. But I'm going to go to bed. I am about to drop out. So not only was I emotionally tapped by the end of the investigation, but now I'm physically tapped, working for 5.5 hours and then carrying all of my equipment home, my tripods, my cameras, my investigation box, extension cords. There's 20 pounds of extension cords. Jeez. But, yeah, definitely an interesting place. I really kind of hope that, we can make this a new hot spot for investigators in the southwest Michigan area. Of course, it'll have to be guided tours since it is an active business and everything's out, just to make them feel safe. But you could probably work something out for a small fee to, help benefit them. They literally sold everything they owned when they came to Michigan from Colorado and brought all their amazing beer and food recipes with them. So, any help we can be, I'm sure they'd appreciate. So, but all right, guys, I'm hitting the hay before I pass out on you. You guys all take care of yourselves, and as always, happy hunting.